executed with great dispatch.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. Nothing. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, but now it'll be third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Darnold. Found his target. It's Anderson. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
We got this.
The end result, 21 yards.
All day.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. They'll run on first down. Bell. And an alley to Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. 53 yards as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled. And
look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And it's a touchdown for the Jets.
That's right.
Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. He did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Mayfield on play action. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for jumpers, and you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches.
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground.
Absolutely.
That explains your toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
He's going to take off with it, and he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Flushed out right. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They go play action. Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite. On this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Alert, 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 alert. Watch out.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Let's go, baby.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a first down in field goal range already. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And this will be caught by Brown. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Mayfield. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? But maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Big kick right there to give him the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
Darnold and the Jets now. Down 17-14, a minute 11 to go. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. On first down, it's Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure the investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Let's go, lady.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Darnold now to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Olivier Vernon able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last
Hey, everybody, it's the coach.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then Again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is... working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Wait. 80 weapon.
Switch.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. I remember that game, December against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
Here we go. 180! Hey, alert!
Cut. Check 99.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He's got it. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Many would call that a gutsy decision here early on to go for it 4th and goal. There was no hesitation. Field goal unit never sniffed the field.
It was a message. And the message was, I trust you on offense. Go out and make this happen. Go ahead and pick it up. You know what else he said? I trust my defense as well. If they don't get it, I know you're going to hold them. So it's a message to your entire team that you believe in them.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And Tevin Coleman polished it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And some room to roam now. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 68 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. San Francisco coming back out. On the field now, they're 10-2 after the defeat. The game-winning field goal that Baltimore had to take them down 20-17. Well, I'll just give you the mic because you were there. You called that game. What did you see from San Fran?
I saw a team that, going into it, we were talking about this being a Super Bowl preview. I walk away from it thinking, yes, it could easily be a Super Bowl preview. That's a very good team in San Francisco. Conditions were brutal out there. Driving rain, horrific wind. But they played so tough in that game, had their opportunities, and got beat by a field goal at the buzzer. I think this is a team offensively.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
180.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Running for it, here's Cook. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. If people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number one headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Cousins now. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Cousins to throw it. Lets it fly for Treadwell. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Oh, yeah!
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Throwing is Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well timed there by Richard Sherman. A sack on the corner blitz.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
To throw, Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game.
21.
What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it. Because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one. And look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one.
Right there. Here we go. 180.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Get ready.
Here we go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches.
And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, partner, Thanksgiving in the rearview mirror, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all gone. And now if you look at the top 4 seeds right now as we hit, is it the quarter pole or the 3/4 pole?
It is the quarter pole, and we get to thank our NFL reporter Randy Moss, who also has a great background in the sport of kings, for letting us know that's one of the most misused terms in that sport.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Garoppolo, he's going to give this to Breida on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. With that incompletion, I want to revisit some playoff talk. We talked about the top 2 seeds, but let's break down the AFC playoff picture. Ravens and Pats on top. If the season ended, we'd be looking at the Bills in the 5 spot and the Steelers the 6. That would give us wild card games of Bills, Chiefs, Steelers, Texans. You give the Titans, Raiders, Colts, or Browns any shot, Charles?
I give the Titans a shot. They get Houston twice in the last 4 games of the year, and the way they're running the ball with Derrick Henry and their defense playing well, yeah, they're very confident right now. The Raiders, no, I don't give them that type of a shot. I think they're a year ahead of schedule with the season that they're having. The Colts, I do give them a shot. Okay, Jacoby Brissett, if he can get hot down the stretch and they get Marlon Mack back running the football, I think they can have an impact. In Cleveland, no, I don't give them any shot.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there, Cousins to Thielen, and even 50 yards. They'll run for it with Cook, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Vikings have taken the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Well, CD, earlier we looked at the AFC playoff picture. Let's quickly peek at what's going on in the NFC right now. We mentioned Seattle and New Orleans would get the byes if the season ended today. The matchups, though, first round wild card weekend would be San Fran. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy,
Here we go.
but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I know you felt that one.
Here we go.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
SOS.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll run it with Cole